When we last saw Jay Glazer on Sunday, there were only 2 official head coaching openings, but right now, there are 8. Jay, what is going on and what should we expect going forward?
I told you last week, right, Kurt? This is the craziest I could remember in a long time. All right, we're going to go through all these openings here. We're going to start with the New York Giants. This past week, in-person interviews. Raheem Morris, Antonio Pierce, Kevin Stefanski, Mike Kafka. Next up, they're trying to figure out Mike McCarthy, what day to bring him, Monday or Tuesday. I know they're interested also in John Harbaugh, and I'll have a Harbaugh update at the end of this. Tennessee Titans, they actually interviewed Kevin Stefanski today. I think it ended up about a half hour ago, finished up about a half hour ago. Again, last week I told you they're actually high up on a lot of these coaches' lists because they have a quarterback that like the GM down there as well. Talking about GMs, Miami Dolphins, they just hired their guy here yesterday, and John Eric Sullivan. Everybody thinks that means that, well, they're going to have to go out and get John Harbaugh. Let's pump the brakes on that. I will tell you this, though. Sullivan is tied with Mike McCarthy, Jeff Hafley as well, a guy like Vance Joseph, who's already been there with the Dolphins. And I know today, in about an hour, they're going to Zoom with Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, for that job. Atlanta Falcons, told you a couple weeks ago, Matt Ryan, he's going to join them in a high-profile position with that as team president. They're going to hire their GM next and then go after the head coach. But the head coach they want to make sure that they keep their defense coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, in that position. So they're talking to guys like Kevin Stefanski and also a guy like John Harbaugh, somebody you can keep that coordinator in. Same with the Cleveland Browns. They're being told, all candidates, that they want to keep Jim Schwartz in there as the defense coordinator. However, they did interview him also, or interviewing him for head coach Todd Monken, former Ravens offensive coordinator. He is interviewing for them today as well. Arizona Cardinals, look, they've cast a wide net. Problem there with the Arizona Cardinals is the Kyler Murray contract. That Kyler Murray contract, it's going to put them in some serious cap liability issues for the next couple of years. Baltimore Ravens here. Look, they've had a bunch of coaches. They've cast a wide net. Guys like Kevin Stefanski, they're going to cast a wide net, hoping that somebody will want to jump in there, obviously, with Lamar Jackson. Finally, Las Vegas Raiders. They had Clint Kubiak yesterday, Vance Joseph, Kevin Stefanski, Matt Nagy. They had them this past week as well. Everybody, though, is waiting up to see what happens with all these playoff teams today. And one last thing. I just got off the phone with John Harbaugh. He said every team has reached out, but he's not going to go and do that. He's going to narrow it down this weekend to about 3 or 4 teams and make his decision where he wants to go this week.
Lots to keep track of. No one does it better than Jay Glazer. You saw the listing. You know the 8 teams. What's the best opening available right now, guys?
I'm going to Miami. America, I'm going to Miami. And I'm going to tell you, it's a simple choice for me.
Why?
Taxes,
0.
That's
one.
Number 2, warm weather. That's it.
Well, you might, without
That's
a quarterback.
all I care about. They got a chance, and I love
But you have no
What about
quarterback,
football?
so maybe you need to save money in taxes because you'll be fired if you lose.
They have a rookie named Quentin Ewers out of Texas.
Yeah.
In the last 3 games, he played so well. I was very impressed.
So many great senior centers down there.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on. Back to football. Look at this wall, guys. These are all men who have had head coaching jobs, got fired out of this list. Who do you think will get a second chance?
I'm going with Kevin Stefanski, 2-time coach of the year, and he went to the playoffs in 2023 with the Cleveland Browns with 5 different starting quarterbacks.
I think Harbaugh and Stefanski have slowed the process for these guys because I think teams are waiting, like with John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is going to wait over the weekend, narrow it down to 4 teams. That sounds like a week-long process. Teams that might be deciding to pick up one of these guys,
if I'm looking for offense, I don't have a problem. I'd jump right in on Mike McCarthy. I love this guy's offense.
Well, Harbaugh, I mean, he had more offense
no
than
question.
jobs.
All right, so out of all the candidates out there, who'd be your number 1 choice?
Harbaugh.
Mike McCarthy.
Every time I face a Harbaugh team, I'm telling you, it was always a physical game. They were resilient, and they were always prepared. They were always coached well. I had to stay in the ice tub an extra 5 minutes after every time I played the Baltimore Ravens.
Mike Ward is, though, he's wanting $20 million a year to be the coach.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing. How many teams are going to step up and write the check for the coach?
Well, something tells me when we get together next week, we'll have a better idea about the head coaching situation, including John Harbaugh.